Good morning. We are live. Hello, hello, hello. Man, I have been doing more than I've ever been doing in my whole entire life, it feels like. And I still have a smile on my face. I just decided, like it's up to me to make it a great day, just like it's up to you. So as you're hopping on, say hello, tell me where you're watching from. And today's topic comes from my midsection. Okay. I realize that I'm holding on to weight differently, and it's due to my hormones. Okay. And as we get old, as we've had kids, as our bodies start to change, our hormones start to fluctuate, and it's important that we stay on top of this stuff. Okay. So I went on a walk early this morning. It felt great. I feel rejuvenated, fresh, which is probably why I'm smiling right now, is because, sometimes you just need that movement to unwind a little bit. So it was really nice to go on that walk this morning. And as I was walking, I was listening to some YouTube videos all about hormones, because I'm just wondering, like, what's going on in my midsection? Why am I holding on to all of this weight around my belly? Even though I'm eating clean, what's going on with my energy? What's going on with my libido? Okay. Like, it's been a minute. Not to go into too much detail, but maybe it's just because I'm so busy or what, but like I just have not been in the mood. And so as I was listening to this podcast or this YouTube video, I was like, man, like this is good information. So I want to make sure to share it with you. So make sure to say hello. Tell me if you're watching this live or if you're catching the replay. And let's talk about the 5 signs that maybe your hormones may be out of whack to start out with. Okay, so hormones are basically transmitters for information to your brain. So when your hormones are out of whack, then it's sending the wrong messages to your brain, and your body are doing the wrong things. Okay. So that's what's so important. They're chemical receptors. And so if your hormones are out of balance, then it's not going to be sending the right messages. And so the first thing, number 1, unexplained weight gain. If you're experiencing that, your hormones may be out of whack. Okay. Number 2 is low energy. And, you got to take into consideration, do you just have too much on your plate that maybe you need to say no? Or on days where you have time and you don't have very much plan, like, do you find yourself finding it difficult to get out of bed, right? Like, do you find yourself having a hard time wanting to be active in any way, shape, or form, and all you want to do is just like sit around, and there's no reason for it, right? So low energy. Number 3 is increased appetite. Okay, when you're oh my gosh, I can't even think. When your hormones are sending these messages to your brain, if they're deficient in nutrients, then it's going to tell your brain like, hey, we need to eat more of this, or we need to eat more of that, and it may not be the right things that you need to eat. And so you may feel hungry or wanting to eat all the time, and that also could be stress. Maybe you eat your feelings like I do. Number 4, reduced libido. So you're just not in the mood. You just are not feeling it. Okay. And then number 5 is thinning or weak hair. I didn't even realize that would play into effect if your hormones were out of balance. So if you notice that your hair is starting to fall out more, it's breaking off, it's not growing, it's not healthy like it should, then you might need to get your hormones checked. So there are a couple things you can do. Is obviously you could get a blood test done, you could get your hormone levels checked. I know that there are different tests and things that as you get older that it'll tell your body what it needs and what to stay away from, which can really help with hormones. I know for me, I was having some serious gut issues for a really long time, and I could not figure out what it was. And so I just did a cleanse, and literally cleansing my body. I just feel like it reset everything, and I had more energy, obviously, because my digestive tract was working the way that it was supposed to. My skin cleared up. Okay. That's another downfall to having poor hormones balance. And then I just more energy, right? So, what are some things that you can do right now? So 5 things. Number 1 is your diet. You should really be focusing on having a nutrient-rich diet, eating clean fruits and veggies, eating a lot of protein. That's what your body needs. And so really just focusing on your diet. If you don't want to go get tested and don't want to get on a hormone supplement or anything like that, like clean up your diet. Okay, that's number one. Number two is movement. So even though you may not feel like it, go for a walk, do some exercises, do yoga, do meditation, just stretch, like do something to get your body moving because it's going to make all of the difference in the world. I always think back to, is it Mean Girls, where it's like, working out gives you endorphins and endorphins make you happy. Like that is so true. And so just moving your body on a daily basis and creating that routine is going to help get your hormones in balance. Number three is sleep. You want to shoot for at least 8 hours of sleep. And let's talk about that. When's that ever going to happen when you're a busy mom life? But you got to shoot for like 7-8 hours of sleep, which means you got to get your routine on track. I know that I'm waking up at 5 o'clock every morning, so I got to go to bed at 9. How many hours is that? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, look at that, 8 hours. Okay. So I know that that's what's got to happen. There are some days where I'm pushing 9:30, but like lights off by 10, 100%. So that way I'm ensuring that I'm getting at least my 7 hours. So improving your sleep routine and getting more sleep is going to help with that hormone balance. Number four is supplements. Okay. Like we are deficient in so many nutrients. And so taking a supplement that can give you what your body needs. And what I'm learning is us as women, we have different needs throughout the month. There are different phases depending on if we're on our cycle, if we are ovulating, basically our moods can tell us what we're in. And so, there's different cycles that we go through on a monthly basis, and making sure that you're getting those nutrient foods that you need to give your body what it's craving so it can function the way it's supposed to. We can't just keep feeding our body the same thing throughout the month. There are sometimes that we need to add in some extras. And then number five is removing toxins. When we started doing this in our household, I cannot tell you the difference it made, down to the type of mouthwash and toothpaste we're using. Okay, you can get toxin-free of those, the shampoo and conditioner, lotions that you're putting on, deodorants, what else? The makeup that you're wearing, like all of these things. And then even just like being outside, like what's in the air is constantly getting absorbed into our bodies. And so you don't want to put in extras if you don't need to. Okay. So staying away from those processed foods. What's another thing that we've swapped out? Oh, like our body wash, like that's made a big difference. And now we use a clean soap, and so removing toxins is definitely going to help with those hormone imbalances. And like I said, if you're ever just feeling like out of whack, you can always do a cleanse. And for me, that works so well. So, I hope this was helpful. Okay. Like this is something like I always think like, what should I go live about? What should I talk about? And it's always things that I need. And I feel like if I need it, then other people need it. And we as women, we're not taking care of our bodies the way it needs to be when it comes to our hormones. So if you're noticing any of those 5 signs that I talked about, what were they? Unexplained weight gain, low energy, increased appetite, reduced libido, or thinning or weak hair. And of course, there's more than that. But if you're experiencing any of those, then take a look at your hormone balance and what are some things that you could do right now to fix it. Work on your diet, work on getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep, move your body on a daily basis. Like those things don't even cost anything, right? Like you can do those now, you can do those today. Get yourself some supplements to help where you are deficient in your diet, and then remove toxins from your home and just slowly start swapping those things out for better things. You're going to feel amazing. All right. So if you got some value, smash the heart button. Okay. We know how Facebook algorithms work. Like you got to like it. You got to comment. You got to share it if you got some value. And if you haven't already, be sure that you click the link in my bio. I have lots of free resources. I like to give things for free. We had a tournament committee meeting yesterday for soccer. And I was like, why do I always just want to give away everything for free? Like, we don't have to do this. And we're not going to have any money to pay out the refs and pay for the things that we need to. I got to stop giving away stuff for free, but I just love it. It's like my love language. And so be sure you click the link in my bio to get my free resources that are in there. And then also I have an amazing hormone supplement. It's called OVA. I kid you not, since using it, it's changed everything. Okay. So if you're interested in checking that out, that's also in the bio. And if you have any questions, as always, leave a comment, shoot me a personal message, and we will see you later. Have a great day. Bye.